Hello, I'm Amber. Welcome to my fuzzy life. And so I'm going to do a book review today. I had intended to start doing book content every 2 weeks, and I just kind of got sidetracked lately. Just life happens, and so I kind of neglected that. But I'm hoping that starting today, I can moving forward. I will be posting some kind of book content every 2 weeks, either a book review, a book haul, or just general, book talk. I don't know. But today I'm going to start with a review of Stephen King's latest novel, Never Flinch. It was just recently released. I can't remember the date, but I think sometime in June. But anyway, I listened to the audiobook of this, and I quite enjoyed it. So the main character in this book is Holly Gibney. This is the second novel he's written completely about her. This is her novel. Holly Gibney is the character that was introduced in the Bill Hodges trilogy several years ago. The 3 books in that trilogy are Mr. Mercedes, Finders Keepers, and End of Watch. And she was a pivotal character in all 3 of those books. And so she has also appeared in 1 or 2 short stories and another book or 2. She was in The Outsider. She was a pivotal character in that book as well. And then Stephen King wrote a book just about her. It's her novel. Her first one was called Holly, and then this is the second one about her, and it is Never Flinch. There are also other characters that were introduced in the Bill Hodges trilogy that have also appeared with her in all of these books and stories. The 2 main ones are Jerome and Barbara Robertson, a brother and sister who are really good friends with Holly and help her out a lot. So this book is about, there are 2 storylines. There's one about a serial killer, and Holly is passively involved in this storyline, kind of. And then there's another storyline that she's, front and center, where there is a very controversial and famous women's activist who is being threatened by a stalker who's a member of a religious cult, and she hires Holly as a bodyguard because Holly is a private investigator, has her own business, and she hires Holly as a bodyguard to help protect her and figure out who is stalking her and try to stop it. So eventually the 2 storylines do converge and intermingle and everything, and I just really enjoyed this book. It kept me interested. I enjoyed the new characters that were introduced, and I like the fact that some of the characters in this book were introduced in the last book, Holly. So, I like the fact that she's, getting people into her universe, and that it's a continuation and a growth process for her and her storylines and everything. That's really appealing to me. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book. Do I think you need to read the other books before you read this one? No, I don't, but it would be helpful, I think, because they do make reference. There are a handful of references, not details, but just, like, well, she remembers when this happened and blah, blah, blah. And, if you haven't read the others, you won't know what that's referencing. And that's all that's referenced. So it has no real bearing on the storyline in this. So, but it does help to have a backstory, have her backstory, because it's a very interesting one and it's a very unique one. Her story from the get-go has just been her evolution as a character and as a person has been very interesting to witness through these stories and books. So I just really enjoyed this book a lot, and I highly recommend it. And I don't want to give anything away because I'm afraid of giving spoilers, but I will just say that there were some surprises. This is not, so this book and the last one, Holly, did not have supernatural elements. The others all did. And I kind of missed that. I kind of missed that whole supernatural plot to the stories. But the last few pages of this one did have a bit of a chilling scene, and so I was like, whoa, it would be nice if maybe the next Holly Gibney book would be, a continuation of this. So maybe it will, or maybe this was just a little just went off, and who knows what her next adventure will be. But I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 stars because I just thought it was so well written, as always. And I just really enjoyed the characters and just the whole story arc. I really did. I liked who I was supposed to like. I didn't like the people I wasn't supposed to like. And like I said, there were a couple of little surprises in there that I did not see coming. And I'm usually good at seeing that stuff and guessing ahead. But I highly recommend it. If you're a Stephen King fan, this is definitely a must read. And so I hope you read it, enjoy it. And if you read it, or if you've read any of the other books with Holly Gibney in them, comment and let me know what you think about it. And thank you for watching, and y'all have a great week. Thanks.